Okay. What's going on out there? What's on your mind? Okay.
So we call buyers and they have a tenant or but they did sound like they're willing to relist. How do you nurture that into a listing?
Okay. Hey, Claire, will you close that for me?
Yeah.
If you call an expired and they had a tenant in the property and they don't want to relist it, okay. How do you nurture that into a listing? Okay, so what do we call this now?
But the
Okay, and what do you do with leads? I'm sorry? Right, you follow up with them. Okay, so talk to me about what your follow-up campaign looks like.
well, I was thinking this like a phone call once a month.
Really? Phone call once a month? Like, you're not gonna break a nail or anything, are you? That's it? That's your follow-up campaign?
Well, not
Really? You think you might add something else to that?
probably very.
You're hurting my soul right now. So when I say things like, I'm not moving the needle around here, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking, you ain't listening. I'm not helping you. I'm not. I might as well just go ahead and retire. I'm making no progress. I'm going to give them a call once a month. Okay. Does anybody want to offer a suggestion of what else you might do if you wanted to? Miguel? No, just like name one, because he's not paying attention anyhow. So maybe somebody else in the room will go, oh, I hadn't thought of that. Text him a video. What might you say?
Let you know that I'm here and anytime you need me or like I said, I know not sound salesy.
Okay. What else might you do? Come on, Zoomers, weigh in here. You too. Write them a handwritten note, drop it in the mail to them, maybe put your business card inside. Okay, good. What else might you do? Try to find them on social media. Which social media? All of them. No, no, no. Now, he's got lots of other things to do today. Real estate's just like, he's gonna leave here before noon today. We won't see him again till next week. Like all the social media platforms. Okay, Stephanie says sending an embedded video message each week. This is where you make a video and you send it to them in their inbox through an embedded email. Well, I don't know how to do that. Well, go see Selena. She'll help you. Uh, do I have to? No, sweetie pie, you don't have to do anything. Just call them once a month and then act like a victim. I don't understand.
What if we listed, we call them next month?
Cece says, yeah, reach out to them once a week to check in. Yeah, but now you're gonna break a nail or something. What else could you do? You could have a monthly newsletter that you sent to everybody, right? You could. And my point is this. Now, see, I really get challenged with this stuff because 50% of my being right now wants to lose its freaking mind. And the other 50% is going, no, be patient. He just doesn't want to right now. One day the light bulb will click on. He'll decide to be a grown up man and start getting shit done every day. You just don't know what day that's going to be. I don't know which one of those people is going to win. To lose my mind usually wins. Uh-huh.
Moving company, got my number, they have probably called me 10 times in the last 2 or 3 days and also sent checks. And
Okay,
actually, I wrote down, not give me an estimate. Uh,
well, because they actually want your business. Because, my whole theory on this is people that want to do. The reason why you're just going to call them once a month, you don't really want to. You don't really want to. You're just playing at this. When you really want to, you figure it out. You pretty much don't need me. You might come down to my office and go, I really want to, and I'm unsure of what to do. And I would go, okay, well, that's kind of why I'm here. But when you don't want to, you stay home, you do other things, you dabble, you didn't really want to. And I don't want to be in the business of trying to get people that don't really want to want to. That's a bad job that I get stuck with way too often. And when I have to try to motivate you, I just you get annoyed, I get frustrated. It's a bad relationship. Sorry, but I'm not here to blow smoke at you. I'm not here to be, I got some grief recently because some of you are like, well, you shouldn't tease them so much. I'm not teasing. I'm telling them the truth. I can't understand you. Is that something that somebody needs to know? If you have an accent that is pronounced enough to where somebody can't understand you, do you need to be aware of that? Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but I might be the only person in that person's life who's willing to tell them that. And if they get their little feelings hurt and it makes them want to stay home the next day, then stay home. Don't know what to tell you. You can't be so sensitive. We all have areas of weakness and growth opportunities. If you don't really want to know what they are, I'd stay away from me because I'm not here to kiss you on the cheek and tell you everything's going to be okay when it's probably not. You're probably not going to sell anything this year with that mindset. And I think I just did him the greatest favor I could do it. Do I think he likes me very much right now? I don't. But somebody needs to be the person to say that stuff to y'all. Okay. Anybody else want to take a stab at? Oh, you got that? You going to come back for more? Okay.
Who it's like, they say that they're not gonna be listening to the agent, and you ask if you could come over for an interview,
Mhm.
and they say, send over your information, what does that consist of? Send over your information through email.
Send over my information. That you're being blown off. If I was a car dealership and you called me and said, send me a price quote on your Honda Accord, I would not send you a price quote on my Honda Accord because you just want to sit at home and look at who sends you the lowest offer. And I don't want to make you the lowest offer. I want you to get in your car, drive your little ass over to my dealership and spend an hour with me. I want you to get invested in the process. You were being blown off. Now, let's do some truth telling. Would I list my house with you? Why?
Because I'm younger than you.
And well, everybody's younger than me. So why wouldn't I list my house with you? Because you have a beard and a mustache? No, I don't like his generation. I could. How old are you? How many homes have you sold? How many homes did you sell last year? You're 22 years old and you sold 2 homes last year? Get out. That's how long our listing appointment would take. Here's what people are thinking. So everybody's younger than me, everybody's older than you. Okay. Is age a problem for you? Why?
You're not taking it serious.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Really? I'll tell you, people aren't taking you seriously. Okay. Everybody in the room is older than you. Think back to when you were 22. Were you a serious person? Claire, should somebody have trusted you with the largest asset in their life when you were 22? Why?
Um, because I was partying.
You're a kid.
Yeah.
You just wanted to have fun.
Oh, I was serious in my work and stuff, but outside of that, I was just partying. Yeah.
Right. You weren't mature yet.
No.
And you want me to turn over my largest investment to you? Are you out of your mind? I know, and it wouldn't have happened. That's the truth. Now, what are you doing to combat that? So you're just going to wait. You're going to let age, the planet's going to revolve enough times to where, this is homeowners who overprice their home. That's their strategy too. I'm just going to wait for the market to catch up with me. And my answer is it eventually will. If home prices keep going up 20% a year, eventually you won't be overpriced anymore. Might take 3 or 4 years, but you'll get there. Eventually you won't be 22 anymore. That's one strategy. What are you doing to combat the obstacle? Now look, he's just crazy enough to speak up this morning. That's just his obstacle. You all have obstacles too. Me too. We all do. We all have our demons that we have to overcome. That just happens to be yours. And I say, okay, what are you doing to combat it? We'll let him answer it. I mean, you could tell him what he should do, but then you're like his parents' age and he's not going to listen. He doesn't listen to me. He's not going to listen to you. Don't you know 22 is the peak of intelligence on this planet? That's when you know the most in your lifetime. They don't need any advice from us. They're not going to follow it. They never do. You'll just Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, wah, wah. Nobody's listening. It's not true until he says it's true. So what are you doing to combat your obstacle? Trying to find another or what? Just keep. Okay. Well, is that confronting your obstacle? How so? Okay. Everybody in the room, including me, has an obstacle. I'm going to come to you randomly. I want you to be thinking about what your obstacle is and how you're combating that. Okay. You're my kid's age. My kids aren't worth a shit, so you're not worth a shit. Now you need to change that. I have a son your age and my son's not worth a shit. I wish he was more like you. That's what you have to get me to think. You have to get me to think you're an impressive young man, that you're unusually mature for your age and you're a go-getter. That's what you have to do. And if you don't convince me of that, you're not listing my house. It's not going to happen. I don't list my house with kids. So what are you doing to convince me of that? You can't. You're not. You're too young and you haven't been in the business long enough. What is his unique advantage over Steve? Sorry, Steve, you're just the first eye I came to. What is his, huh?
Healthy.
He has hair? Okay. All right. What is it that Aldo can do better than Steve? I'm sorry? Okay, so if he was with the Spanish speaking customer, that might be an advantage. What else? Yeah. That's where you should, like, if you were and I were competing for a listing, you should destroy me. Destroy me. Well, I guess you could list your house with that old guy and be one of dozens and dozens of listings. And if he has time and energy to help you, then like you might do okay. Or like, do you have any active listings right now? No. And I think that's your huge advantage. So somebody tell him, what could you say to me as a homeowner if you didn't have any listings and you didn't have any sales that would make me go, huh, that's actually interesting. That's right. I'm eager. I've got all day long. Can you imagine? I'd go to sleep at night dreaming of getting your home sold. And when I woke up in the morning, you'd be the first thing I thought about. All my time and attention spent getting your home sold. Wouldn't that be an advantage? Right. What's your weakness? Zoomers, what's your weakness? Nobody wants to do it, you bunch of chickens. Wow. You know what? Okay, so you just had to endure me. And I'm sorry, but he just got better. Not you, him, because he put himself in the middle of the fire. And that's what people do that want to get better. So that's what I will give you credit for. What I will give you criticism for is being a hard-headed, stubborn 22-year-old that won't listen. But at least you wanted to hear it. What's your obstacle? What do you have to overcome?
Got the same problem as him, so.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you've already told.
Yeah. I want to see a tie and a jacket. Bob Clarkson's actually on the Zoom with us today. Oh my God, Bob, I need you to activate your camera so I know it's really you. But when Bob was, I mean, he's done reasonably okay, wouldn't you say? Yeah, he was 25 when he got started, which is the same thing as 22. I was 25 when I got started. Nicole, how old were you when you got your license? Okay, so it's possible. So I told Bob the same thing I told both of you, which is, but he actually looked younger than you guys do. Right. So put a jacket on, put a tie on every day. Tie? Yeah. Why? Because you're young and you look younger and you got to get people to take you seriously. Well, that's not how people in my age bracket dress. I don't care how other people dress. I don't give a shit. I give a shit about you and your success in this business. So you're going to have to take some minimal steps to get people to think that you're a more adult, committed professional. And 25-year-olds aren't. I don't know. You like going out with 25-year-old guys? Why? Yes, they are. That's it. See, that's what all girls in that age group think is guys my age are horrifically immature. She doesn't even want to go out on a date with you, and you want me to list my house with you? Are you out of your mind? She won't even go out for a drink. What's your weakness? Oh, it's Bob Menzies. Okay, good. Good that we can talk about Clarkson all we want. Zoomers, what's your weakness? People in the room, what's your weakness? What do you have to overcome?
Insecure because of the language.
Good, good. Is that true? In your experience of her, is that true? Uh-huh. Yeah, it is true. Good. That's just honest. Okay. What are you going to do about it? Uh-huh. You're going to need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Mhm. So when I got started, you won't, we didn't have, so to make a video when I was 25, Steve, can you remember what we had to do? Like we had to, like, it was a big, yeah, it was. And you had to carry it on your shoulder and like, you could, if you had made a video, you couldn't play it on anything today. I mean, nobody has a VCR in your house, do you? You do, right? I wouldn't have made any videos when I got started. If you could have, I wouldn't have. I was very shy and introverted, very shy, very uncomfortable in front of people, extremely. Right. Do I seem shy and introverted now? Yeah. If you think I am, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just joking. Before somebody gets their feelings hurt. Uh, how do you grow out of it? And you can grow out of it any obstacle you have. Although you need to start treating yourself like you start running your business like a business and start managing yourself like a grown up. That's going to be really hard for you at 22 because you're not a grown up, but that's what you're going to have to start doing a little bit every day. What does she need to do? You need to start putting yourself in really uncomfortable positions. Do you have a podcast? Why? Because of that. I know. And because, okay, so watch. Like, I'm going to just make everybody not like me this morning. And you're just going to have to get over it because if we can leave the room and you got help and you got help, then this was worth getting up and driving here today for. Driving here today for. You give power to your feelings. Yeah, because you feel uncomfortable, you don't do it. And what I would say to you is because you feel uncomfortable, go do it. And spend all day today doing things you don't want to do. And then when you get up tomorrow, do it all over again. You give power, lots of people do, because I feel something governs my behavior. Nobody gives a shit how you feel, right? So quit giving power to your feelings. So why don't you have a podcast? Did you make a video yesterday? No. Did you go to a networking event yesterday? No. Did you call 5 for sale by owners yesterday? No. What did you do yesterday? Nothing. And you know how much money you're going to make? Nothing. That's how it goes. But the reason is she gives power to her feelings. And because she feels something, she allows that to govern her behavior. And I would say, you can change it. You can change it like that. It doesn't matter how you feel. Do it anyhow. And when you develop that mindset, everything will start to change. And that goes for just about every part of your life. Anybody in here in the last couple of days, you ever get mad? Something make you mad? What's something that made you mad besides me? What's something that made you mad? What'd you get mad about? Okay.
Before that.
Well, what made you mad then? What's something that made you mad? Somebody give me an example.
I had clients. My
Okay.
buyers,
Your buyers made you mad?
they made my seller mad, and then my seller hung up on me.
Okay, and that made you mad. Your seller hung up on you, made you mad. Okay, good. Somebody else give me an example.
The vendor sending numbers and not talking to the client.
Okay, the lender not talking to the borrower, just sending them information. Okay, that made you mad. Okay, somebody else. Kai. Okay, that made you mad. Right. You know what all these things have in common? Being mad is a chosen response pattern. You choose to get mad about it. You could choose not to. It's not your only option. You choose anger as a response pattern to a problem. And poof, starting right now, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to get mad. It's just a choice. You're all grown-ups. You can choose how you're going to respond to situations. Right now, you choose to get mad. Okay. Do you ever notice that when you get mad, nobody else on the planet really gives a shit? Have you ever noticed that? Like, I'm mad. And they're like, well, good luck with that. We don't care. Right. Nobody cares. So think about all the emotions that you have. You're choosing to respond that way. You can choose not to. I would, if you agree with that, then my suggestion would be the next time you start to have an emotion about something, like intellectually think about it. Is this the most empowering way for me to respond? Because usually when you get mad, you give away your personal power. I wouldn't. So, new to industry, no networking, no social media. This is in response to what's your biggest problem? Okay, so Carol says no networking, no social media, no community. Okay, so Carol, tell me, what are you doing about that? Tell me about the networking event you went to yesterday. Just unmute. Wake up. Hello.
My
Hey,
daughter's graduation was this weekend, so I really didn't do anything but that.
okay. So your daughter's graduation was this past weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you do yesterday?
Absolutely nothing related to real estate.
Oh, because like I don't know, it's been a while since I got out of school. How long does graduation ceremonies last?
No, it was just that one day.
It was just one day. Oh, so Nicole used to be on staff here. How many days is Christmas? One day. One day. How many, Tracy, how many days is your birthday? One day. It's not a week. It's not your birthday month. Right. It's one day. Carol,
Yes.
what do you think you should do today about your problem?
I am so introverted and shy. It's really difficult for me in this new market.
I know.
Um,
It's
so
not a new market.
it's
It's
new
not.
to me. I've been in it 24 years and all the social and it was no social media and internet
Uh-huh.
and all of
You
that.
ain't older than me.
No, I'm not. I am
I
not.
know. You don't have to be so eager about that.
No, I'm not. But
Are you a reasonably intelligent woman?
oh, I can blow circles in real estate. Yes.
You are. So you're not, you don't have a disability when it comes to learning how to do things.
Oh no, absolutely
Oh
not.
no. So you could learn social media.
I could.
You could.
But
And
when,
huh.
when they start
Well,
talking about putting my personal life on there, that's when I pull back. I have a big
why?
problem with that.
Are you embarrassed by your personal life?
I don't I'm such a private person. It's kind of hard for me to social media is you're inviting people into um you're into a certain I guess you can control the narrative of what you invite them into, but I don't invite them into anything. So I to invite strangers into your space is a big issue for me.
Okay. What did you think it was going to be when you got your real estate license?
I actually did not get that license to sell houses. It actually just kind of, I ended up selling houses and doing very well with it. Um, I actually did it because I was in property management and things like that.
Okay. Well, then your way of going about it, property management is probably the way to go. I mean, there's no money in that, but if
Mhm.
you don't want to allow people to gain a glimpse, get to know you, then you need to be in a business to business product. Property management would be one.
Mm,
Working with investors would be another. Commercial might be another. But like you don't like people.
I like people. I
No, you
just,
don't.
I do like people sometimes. I just take a little longer to get to know them.
Okay, well, honey, you take as long as you feel like you need, okay?
No, I got to come out of that. That's why I'm here.
You don't have to do anything. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Betsy. You need to put yourself in. Okay, so you wasted yesterday. Are you going to waste today?
I'm hoping not. No.
That doesn't sound very convincing to me. It sounds like, yeah, I probably am, but I don't want to say it out loud. So how many days are you going to waste before you're going to get your fanny and gear?
Oh, I've already wasted too many.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I have. I've wasted too many.
Okay, well, here's
Um,
another one. Are you going to waste today too?
I'm gonna try not to, honestly.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
I mean, I'm on this Zoom call. That's a big step for me.
Honey.
I am trying to get motivated here. I'm trying. I am.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
I am.
Letitia, new to the industry with no transactions. Okay, so what are you going to do about that?
Well, I'm working with, I have a client. I've been working with her since June, so we ain't gonna talk about that. I have a meet and greet with a new lead on Wednesday. So,
Well,
I joined the
where's your business going to
Boomtown.
come from?
Like I joined Boomtown and working all those leads.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Where else is your business going to come from?
Uh, I don't know.
Okay, there's your question for today. Tomorrow, be prepared to answer it. Where's your business going to come from?
Okay.
You're a smart woman. Come up with some ideas. That's your
Okay.
single biggest problem. If you don't know where you want your business to come from, then how is it going to happen?
All right.
Right?
Mm.
So, like, use it. Come up
We'll
with
do.
some ideas. Well, I'm going to check back with you tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay. What's your single biggest problem? What?
I'm soft. I'm not good with it. That's the right answer all the time.
Okay. So what are you going to do about that? You do. Uh-huh. Okay. So what do you think I would say is your single biggest problem? What have I said to you? Really? So that's a nice way to say it. I say it is, you are a Tasmanian devil of disorganization. Uh-huh. So what are you going to do about that?
Or about getting more.
How? How will you get
All my
more?
information, Sierra. Get my schedule,
Uh-huh.
follow my schedule.
God, if any human on the planet needs to do that, it is you. Right.
Yeah.
So look, I mean, whatever your demons are, that doesn't matter. Everybody's got them. Everybody doesn't have the same demons, but everybody's got them. And some people have more demons than others. And sorry, but like talk to God or something. I don't know what to tell you. But that's not the issue. The issue is, do you know what they are? And are you doing something about it? So, like, is that semi right that you're a Tasmanian devil of disorganization? It's really challenging for you to focus on a thought for more than like 20 to 30 seconds, isn't it? Right. She doesn't filter as well as other people do. So it's actually an asset. Her brain's firing so fast that she can't hang with a thought for very long because as she starts to express one thought, her brain comes up with like 3 to 5 more. And she wants to get them all. It's just firing. The synapses in her brain are firing very quickly all the time. That's actually good. And there's many positive traits that can come from that if you can learn to harness it. So like everybody needs a weekly schedule and you need to organize every day in advance. So you need to already know what Tuesday looks like for you. Everybody in the room, including me, everybody on the Zoom, you need to go into every day and every week with the game plan. Some of us need it so much more than others. Hint, hint. Otherwise, you won't be able to calm your brain and you'll just be racing from thing to thing and not getting to completion on any of it. I mean, it's that old joke, right? Squirrel. Right. But while you might have a couple squirrels in your day, she might have a couple dozen. Like there might be packs of squirrels in her mind. And they're just all running all over the place and she's just doing this all the time. Okay, it's not a bad thing. It doesn't make you deficient as a person. It means that's your obstacle. And until you learn how to organize that, start gaining some control over it, it's going to be very hard for you to be successful. But if you can, then she just turned her obstacle into a superpower. Because there's lots of positive things that come from people that don't filter as well as other people do. You might think if they learn how to harness it, you might think, wow, they're very bright. Wow, she's very quick on her feet. You give yourself a hard time because people present objections and you don't handle them as effectively as you would like to. Right. Well, there's no way you can. Because you're not just thinking about the objection that I just gave. You're thinking about the shoes that I have on and why did I wear that socks and why did I pick out that jacket to wear today and why does it smell like this in here? And she's thinking all these things at the same time. Yeah. And I just said, well, I don't want to pay you a 6% commission. And she's going, I don't think those socks go with those shoes. And what'd you cook for dinner in here last night? And do you have a dog or something? This place stinks. And what did you say? I said, I don't want to pay you. And you go, oh, okay. God, this carpet is old. But if you can, so you need processes. You probably need a written set of questions that you ask people and you go through it. You need, because well, Nicole used to sit in staff meetings. I call it getting off the highway. Oh, I'll do this. We'll start talking about something. I'll take an exit ramp. And next thing you know, I don't know how to get back to the interstate. Well, I didn't just get off the exit to get gas. Why I'm off? Let's drive down that road and see what's down there. And then that one. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I have no idea where the interstate is anymore. Right. I need a GPS device. What's your obstacle?
Nice person.
Yeah, you're not.
Think that's true.
You don't come across as a nice person in the first impression. I would agree with you. Well, he has a similar obstacle that I did. What's my big problem? I'm sorry. Resting bitch face. Thank you. Well, it's true. My wife, who I think loves me, must tell me once a week at least, you know, you have fuck off written on your forehead. I hate that. Nobody, I don't always hate it though. See, people that I don't want to bug me, don't bug me. Okay, so watch real quick. The people that live right across from us in our cul-de-sac, I don't like them. I don't like them one little bit, and I don't like their shitty little dog either. I don't want to talk to them, and I don't want them to talk to me. My wife does not like them either. But you know what they do? They leave me alone. They never talk to me. They don't even wave. They just pretend like they don't see me. And I go, oh, that is so awesome. My wife, they drive her crazy. She was just telling me on Sunday, she goes, you know what I really, this irritates me about Mother's Day. That other women will say, Happy Mother's Day, Jane. I mean, I know you're not a mom, but you're a fur mom, and that's the same thing. My wife hates that. It's not the same thing. We don't think our dog is the same thing as your children. We don't. I mean, intellectually, we don't. Emotionally, our dog is far superior to your child, Claire, but so the woman across the street comes out with her shitty little dog and looks right at my wife and says, "Happy Mother's Day, Jane. I mean, you're a fur mom, so happy Mother's Day." And I just crack up laughing because it hasn't been 2 minutes before she just said that to me, that she hates that. And the woman goes back inside and Jane just looks at me and rolls her eyes. I'm like, why didn't you tell her to fuck off and mind her own business? She would never talk to you again, which is what you want. So no, I don't really like it that I have ristic bitch face or I have fuck off red. I don't really feel that way inside. So every time you think I want you to go away and leave me alone, most of the time that's not true. Okay. In sales speak, Miguel, you have a low approachability factor. Claire, you have a off the charts high approachability factor. Everybody's going to come up to you and for some reason tell you everything that's going on in their life. Miguel, people aren't going to tell you about anything going on in their life. You tell me, what is the solution? So what are you doing? So what are you doing about that? Uh-huh. Okay. What else? Yeah, you just can't walk around like this all day. Some of you on the Zoom, you have a low approachability factor too. You come across very serious and intense. Who thinks they're that person? Oh, Lacey, you're right. Latasha,
I get that bitch face comment to myself told to me a lot as well.
okay. Do you feel like a bitch?
No, not unless you make me.
Does it hurt your feelings a little bit to think that people think that you don't like them?
Not
You want people to feel that way about you?
I mean, in a professional way, yes. But
Lacey,
personally,
how does that, do you come across to people as very serious and intense? Yeah, she does. You're right. See, what I love about this is most of you fully get yourselves. You know what your weakness is, right? Lacey, you're right. You come across very intense like that. Claire doesn't. Claire, people are going to come up to you and they're going to tell you all their marital problems. They do. And you might be standing there thinking, are you telling me this? Right? Like too much information, right? And Lacey, I'm just going to guess, Miguel, nobody tells you too much information. No, because there's something about your aura where you're putting off just like I do, which I don't give a shit. Nobody cares, work harder. I mean, who would put that on the wall of their office? It would take a certain kind of asshole to do that. Nobody cares about you but your mommy. Get over it. Can you see Claire ever saying that to anybody? Tracy, can you see Tracy saying, nobody gives a shit about you, Nicole? Just get over it. Work harder. Tracy's never going to say that to anybody. Miguel, you would absolutely say that. So what do you do about it? Okay, give him some suggestions. What could he do about it? Give me some suggestions. Extend himself. Uh-huh. Put himself out there. How might he make people think that he's more interested? Like, oh, see, I think I got you wrong. My first impression was you're a prick, but maybe you're not. Listen to the queen of social skills. Say it again real loud so everybody can hear it. Now, that might be hard for you. It might take a lot of energy. For Claire, it comes second nature. She just does it. She doesn't even know she's doing it. You might have to consciously do it, and that would take a lot of energy. But yeah, because like I have to be very aware of this. I have a very low approachability factor. People don't just walk over to me and start chatting about what they did this past weekend because they don't think I care. I don't. But I might not want you to think that. I might want to overcome that. I might want you to go, oh, he's a little bit softer than I thought he was. Maybe I got him wrong. And I would do that by asking you questions like, what'd you guys do for Mother's Day, Claire? Please don't answer because I really don't give a shit. But look, whatever your thing is, I don't care. Like, don't act like other people don't have a thing. They're demons. What are you doing about it? Jasmine, what's your obstacle? You too nice to people? Okay. Is that a bad thing? Like she's too nice to people? So, and you're a bit soft-spoken. Yeah. But not always. Every once in a while, she like grows a backbone and like perks up and vocalizes, and you go, shit, where'd that come from? Do that more. What are you gonna do about all that? Okay, but isn't that gonna make you feel uncomfortable? Uh-huh. Just like it makes Miguel and me feel uncomfortable, like saying, so Claire, tell me what you did on Sunday. And inside my brain, I'm going, oh shit, she's actually gonna tell you. You might have to make yourself, make yourself, make yourself, make yourself, make yourself. This is personal growth. Most of your real estate career, almost all of your real estate career is a personal growth journey. You're just going to become a broader, better rounded, more complete human, or you're not going to sell any homes. Carol, I got bad news for you. This is not a credibility contest. It is not. If it was a credibility contest, most of us wouldn't stand a chance. It's a likability contest. It is. People aren't gonna, nobody's ever gonna hire you because they think you're the most competent real estate agent that they know. They don't even know what that is, and they think we're all the same. And there's nothing you're gonna do to get people to think that you're more credible than other people. Nothing. They don't think that. They think all we do is put a sign out and unlock doors. They think they like some people. They feel more connected to other people. Now the opposite is true. You can convince people that you're not credible, but you can't convince them that you are. Okay. How would you in particular convince people that you're not credible?
How do I convince them I'm not credible?
Mm-hmm. How would that happen for you? Just start talking. And then they could, what is a negative description of your personality type? What would somebody say about you behind your back? You want me to tell you? She's a dingbat. Uh-huh. She's flighty. Uh-huh. But are you a dingbat? No, she's actually highly intelligent, very smart, very clever. But if you don't learn to control your thoughts and to focus and organize yourself, it'll come across like you're a dingbat because she can't hold a thought for like as she's expressing a thought, five more are flooding her brain. And it's just constant stimulation in there. And she's hopping from subject to subject very quickly. It's a sign of intelligence, but it doesn't necessarily come across that way. So what should you do about that? Get other people to talk about themselves, which is the answer for most of your problems. Okay. Ask forward questions, right? That's why they have them, right? Get people to talk about them. It'll take the pressure off of you. And Miguel, they'll think you like them, and they don't right now. I know. They just don't think you do. Right. Body. Who's got an obstacle? What? Time management? Okay. How do you mean?
How to get them all in the schedule and stay focused.
Yeah. So what are you going to do about that?
I've switched from list making to like a time chart. So between certain hours
Okay.
and certain hours.
Right.
I can
Those are
adjust that.
good exercises for people that are flighty, right? I mean, you really need, it's hard. It's harder for you than it is for others to organize yourself. So you need to put more effort into it than other people. Other things are easier for you. You're very social. Well, some people, well, Betsy's not. Like, she probably at times really admires that about you. Right. Because so see, there's everybody's got their demons. You better know what your demons are. You better know. And then what are you going to do about that? And you don't have to know what to do about it. That's why I'm here. I'll help you. But if you think you don't have any demons, there is no way to help you. Like, you crazy. Like, you think you got your shit's perfect? Come on. Nobody is. Everybody's got their stuff they have to overcome. Right. It really helps to know what it is. Going back to the start, you're 22 years old. That's why I want you to shave. And that's why I want you to put a tie on and a jacket on. And you're going to have to outwork everybody else. But then why can't you? Like, what else you got to do? You got nothing else to do. Watch TV, I guess. Well, you have any kids? You have a girlfriend? Right. Like he should so be kicking everybody in this room's ass. Be the first one here and the last one to leave every day. Why? You got nothing else to do. There'll come a day when you do, and then you'll go, God, I wish I hadn't pissed away all that time screwing around when I could have been. Now I've got a wife and kids, and there's not enough hours in every day. Most of the people in the room are going, that is right, kid. There are not enough hours in the day. You need to be taking advantage of this right now. Diane, you got 2 little boys at home, right? Are there enough time in every day? Not even close. You know what he has to do? He has to get his socks to match in the morning. That is it. That is the extent of his personal responsibility today. Do you even have a plant? A plant? No. And Diane, you have 2 humans that die if you don't pay attention to them. Literally die, and she'll be arrested and put in jail for child abuse, which is like the worst crime. You won't last 2 days in jail, Diane. You stand no chance. And you have to make your socks match. Okay, do these 2 socks go together? That is the extent of your decision making today. And you can't whoop her ass? Come on. You just have to start treating yourself seriously. Each of us do. Okay, let's go to work.